Good evening everyone and welcome to round 7 of the MSC F1 Fanatec Clubsport series. We're thrilled to have you with us tonight for what promises to be another epic chapter in season 6 of MSC F1. Last week in the United States, let me get you the current driver standings and the team standings with you. Here we go. So last week in the United States, the story belonged to Iceman, who once again proved unstoppable, claiming victory ahead of Smokey and James Adams. That result didn't just add more points to the board, it reshaped the battle for the championship. At the top of the standings, Iceman now commands a strong lead with 157 points, but the chase is far from over. James Adams sits second, determined to keep the pressure alive, while Gennadi's brilliant run pushes Red Bull back into the spotlight with third place in the championship. Behind them, the fight for the top 5 rages on, with Cam McKenzie, Ed Veer and the Mercedes duo of Orton and Krytek all locked in a tight struggle. And then there's the constructors battle. Racing Bulls out front with a commanding 245 points, but Red Bull at 163 are closing the gap, while McLaren and Mercedes are separated by just 2 points in the fight for third. Ferrari 2 remains right on their heels, so here we are. Under the lights, engines fired up and tensions higher than ever. Who will rise, who will falter, and who will carve their name into the history of MSC F1? Sit back, buckle up, because round 7 is about to begin, lads. Smokey Lagoon and Iceman. Let me get the full circuit map here. Smokey Lagoon is gonna be first, so all eyes on Smokey Lagoon. Watch right on top of your screen as you see the sector 2 times coming up right now. Not very important as he did not set a lap time yet. Smokey Lagoon in the Ferrari. And remember, lads, this is very hard for the drivers. No racing line and medium traction. Smokey Lagoon coming across the line, turn 17. Smokey Lagoon goes to a P1 with a 1:15.426. Almost half a second clear of Orton in the Mercedes. So great lap from Smokey Lagoon here in qualifying 1. As Iceman, we totally miss Iceman. Iceman goes with a 1:14.523 up on the top. Cam McKenzie started his hot lap before, as we said. There goes Cam McKenzie up to P4 with a 1:16.034. P3 within reach for Cam McKenzie here today. Ooh, going out of the circuit. Happy that one didn't get invalidated by the stewards, but still going through. And Adams goes to a P4 with a 1:16.030. 4 thousandths of a second above Cam McKenzie. In sector 2, 3 tenths below his own lap time. In his first stint is gonna bring him to a 1:15.0 if he manage. And he does. 1:15.084. Smokey Lagoon in the Ferrari. Still half a second above Iceman. Do apologize, Lil Drips. Lil Drips currently on an old lap. Now Lil Drips moves 1 place up from P12 to P11. And Damir drops 1 place. And Damir back into the pits, made probably a mistake during his hot lap. Damir in the Williams. Can he improve his lap time? Damir 1:18.539 currently. In turn 17 onto the straights, across the finish line goes Demir, and Demir goes to a P9 with a 1:74.13. So, as we said, Arthur on P3 in the Mercedes, Gennady in the Red Bull on P4, Adams on P5 in the McLaren, P6 Cam McKenzie in the Visa Cash App Racing Bulls. Advia, teammate of Gennady, on P7, 3 places up comparing to his teammate. Crytek on P8 in the Mercedes, Demir on P9 in the Williams, Daddy Cool in the Kick Sauber on P10, Zero Sniper in the Hayes on P11, Tasman in the Aston Martin come with the duo of his teammate MJ Ryan, P12 and P13. There comes the last guy, the Kick Sauber, and now it's waiting on the green flag, waving on the back of the field. And here we go. The MSC F1 Fanatec Podium Clubsport Series is about to kick off. And it's lights out and away we go. Iceman keeps a solid position on P1. His pole position. Alton and Smokey the Goon switching positions as Gennady is coming between them. Look at that. A lot of drivers into turn 1. Still all able to keep it on track. As Cam McKenzie losing some pace there to the top 4. Gennady, Arton fighting with Gennady. Iceman says another fastest lap time with a 1:18.264. 3 seconds almost clear from Smokey the Goon. Iceman has quite some pace today as we are witnessing the overtake from Arton on Smokey the Goon. Turn 17, and here we go across the finish line. DRS will be enabled, so watch that rear ring of Smokey the Goon. Here we go, he's going open, Smokey the Goon. With the help of DRS, can he come any closer? Smokey the Goon, and here he goes. Makes an overtake attempts on Arton. And is successful in doing so. Smokey the Goon, and there comes Arton. We totally forget about Arton because Arton has on this part of the circuit as well DRS. Gives a radio message to Tasman, let him through. He is faster than you today. And there comes MJ Ryan again, tries his luck again today. Should say Tasman, do apologize. Tasman up to P9. Ignores the team orders of today. There we go again, MJ Ryan, the 2 Aston Martins together with Tasman in a fight, in a battle for P9. And with this battle going on, we're still keeping an eye on Arton and on Advir. They are closing in. One driver up in front. He was for sure top 5 driver in season 5. Season 4, I know him as a good driver, and there goes Adams! Adams is out! Adams spun it into turn 13. Yeses! Oh, Adams! Adams, the McLaren driver, in front of Advir before, but pushed back to P8. Oh, and there goes the Red Bull. There goes Advir. Smokey the Goon gets a 10-second time penalty for driving too hard into the pit lane, and that's gonna hurt him Not so much looking to the standings for now, as some people are into the pit. So let's wait what is there going on with Smokey the Goon. Smokey the Goon currently 10.5 seconds away. But Arton and Cam Mackenzie. Arton, look how close he is on Cam Mackenzie on P3. And there goes the rear wing open, DRS. But 70% battery, so this is gonna be tight. But still is letting it look like it was an easy catch. Arton up to P3, up to podium places in lap 13 of 36. In the MSC F1 Podium Series, the Mexican Grand Prix. Adams on P8, looking now really close after that mistake he has taken at the back of Fanatec. He will remove for you the menu. Adams versus Fanatec, and there goes Adams, takes the inside line and leaves Fanatec behind him for now. Oh, as we see that Fanatec is getting a better exit there, side to side. Same as Arton. As there goes the back lapper out of the way for Arton. And Cam Mackenzie. Oh, Cam Mackenzie, rear wing, stays close, goes open there, is a bit late. That's a bit late, Cam Mackenzie. But Cam Mackenzie making an attempt on Arton. And making that look easy heading into turn 1, but there comes Arton still having a good side on Cam Mackenzie. Rear wing of Arton stays close. Cam Mackenzie still has that advantage. Heading into sector 2. So 4 teams on track that made use of a two-stopper strategy. As we watching the battle between the Red Bulls unfolding on track. Gennady versus Adveer. There goes Gennady. And Adveer is not gonna be happy with that at all, believe me. Now with the help of DRS, it's gonna be a very easy catch for Iceman, but Lil Drips gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So Smokey the Goon and Lil Drips, the only drivers on track currently with a time penalty standing, makes it a lot of less drivers that having currently time penalty standings comparing to the race from yesterday for the MSC F1 Fanatec Podium Series. Because if I'm correct, there at least was 8 drivers on track having time penalties and even more. He made an earlier pit stop than the rest. Then Arton and Cam Mackenzie, and he's now up to P3 on podium places, and Arton is up to P2, but is now into the pits. So here we go, and Gennady will even go to that P2 spot. Look at this, Gennady. As I said before, perfect timing from the Red Bull team. Arton on a set of mediums. Iceman and Gennady, P1 and P2 runners currently on a set of hards. As we see that's Cam Mackenzie. Cam Mackenzie spun it! Cam Mackenzie has spun it into turn 16 and 17. Oh, and he loses some places. Cam Mackenzie, big mistake. Looking currently at the back of Lil Drips. I'm trying to make an attempt. And there he goes. Silver Sniper is up to P11. Takes that spot from Lil Drips in the kick Sauber. 8 laps old mediums. At the moment under his ass. So we know for sure that Adveer has an advantage in the corners right now. There goes Adams. Adams makes a traction mistake into turn 17. Going on to the straights. But still manages to keep the car ahead of Adveer on P7. Ooh, they touched a bit. But it's still there. Smokey the Goon versus Gennady. Brakes very late there. Makes a slight touch with the rears of Gennady. But still perfect down to keep the both of them on track. As you can see that this is getting very close, ladies and gentlemen. The most important fight for today, Smokey the Goon, P3 versus Gennady on P2. Whoa, Smokey the Goon almost lost it there. Into turn 15, 14, 15. And you can see Gennady and Smokey the Goon. Smokey the Goon is very close. Rear wing goes open, burning down the battery, heading into turn 1. And there goes Smokey the Goon on Gennady. This should be an easy catch. And is it gonna be? Brakes later than Gennady and catch that P2. Kicks Gennady right at front of Arten. With 10 laps of 10 corners remaining. Iceman finished, your leader in the Grand Prix today. Fastest man on track by far. Iceman on the Red Bull piece of cash, but the battle is still going on here. The battle we need to watch today. Arten versus Gennady. Gennady versus Smokey the Goon, but it's not gonna happen anymore there. So Gennady for sure on P3. And Arten. Is he gonna force Gennady in a mistake the last corner? No, he isn't. Lil Drips get a 3-second time, but for multiple warnings. So Smokey the Goon on P3 or P2, Gennady on P3, Arten on P4. Adams and Cam McKenzie still going on. Ooh, Cam McKenzie does make a mistake. Is it gonna give Adams that P5 spot or is it not? Oh, makes another mistake. Oh, there goes Adams! Oh, Adams! Push too hard going out of turn 17. Did not go with any loss of positions. Or did go with not any loss of position. So that's beautiful Adams still, but oh, Adams is right in front of you. Iceman on P1. The Visa Cash app Racing Bulls with fastest lap time today as well with a 1:72.95. Smokey the Goon in the Ferrari with a 1:18.063. Gennady on P2 of P3 in the Red Bull. Arten on P4. Cam McKenzie on P5. Adams on P6. Adveer on P7. Kreutzig on P8. MJ Ryan on P9. Tasman on P10. Silver Sniper on P11 and Hayes. Lil Drips in the kick Sauber on P12. Demir. LSC in the Williams and Daddy Cool in the kick Sauber on 14. Both the pair of them has DNF in front of the names. Will definitely not be happy about that. Strategy call of today. As we said last race, it was between Mirko and F7 on Nickje. Best call of their season goes to Nickje. And now today we got the best call from Gennady. which delivered him from a P5 up to a P3. So great strategy call from the team from the Red Bull today in the Mexican Grand Prix. So this week, that was everything for the MSC Racing League streams. Next week we will be back, of course, on Monday with the MSC F1 Fanatec Podium Series. On Tuesday with assist restrictions, the MSC F1 Clubsport Series. Followed on Friday by the MSC GT3 Fanatec Clubsport Series, the consoles, and on Saturday MSC GT3 Fanatec Podium Series for the PCs. So for now, I wish you all a lovely night. For the people that need to work tomorrow, I wish you a lovely work day tomorrow, and I wish you all a great night.